This video is intended for adults and children upwards the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to another Crate. Welcome back to Crate Hangouts, my little show where I try to combine a little bit or get communities to know each other. And today I got another guest with me. It's Carl Rego, known as Glassifaction on Instagram and on Facebook. He does very, very ill glass gravings. We will get through it all. So, good evening, Carl.
Good evening, Tim. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, after our short intro, we will get that going. So yeah, back we are, and it's lovely weather out there. How was the weather on your side of the world?
We finally got some sun after 4 days of rain.
Oh yeah, you said that. It was raining all day and pretty much the last 4 days or 6 days. Weren't you say 6 days or something?
On and off for 6 days, but the last 4 days consistent.
Damn. Like I mean, we got something in my town, you know, when it's raining and when we got autumn or fall, how you say it, and we got winter. We have a private cloud. We have a private cloud, man, and it's raining. We barely get snow. I don't think we will get any snow anywhere down the line again. I believe that's the problem with global warming, but that's a myth, right? Of course. So
we call our area. I live in New England.
Okay.
And we just say, if you want the weather to change, wait an hour.
Pretty much.
We don't. New England does not follow the rules of the rest of the world.
Pretty much like April, the month, especially.
Yeah, we've had growing up one time. I think I was about 21. Okay. We actually got hit with 4 feet of snow on Easter.
Oh, 4 feet.
Yes, in one day.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. That's almost I believe over a meter 50. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's typical for New England.
Crazy. But we're not talking about the weather today. We want to talk a little bit about something else. So we got to know each other over Instagram. Your name there, your tag is @Glassifaction. Tell us a little bit, what's that name? Where came that off, and what stands behind it?
I'd say it started about 6 years ago. I used to be an illustrator at one point.
Okay.
And I used to draw for a lot of tattoo places.
Okay.
And I got to the point I just got bored with it and I wanted something different. And my wife started glass painting. Mm-hmm. So she had a little hobby going on. So I wanted, what can I do with an engraver? Just for the heck of it, because I was carving wood. Okay. And I decided to start carving glass. Mm-hmm. And one thing led to another, and I got more addicted to it. So I just started getting different types of glass, different bits, stuff like my Fordham. It's not a Dremel. Okay. This is a Fordham, which is a lot different than a Dremel.
Okay, in what way is it different?
One, it goes to 50,000 RPMs, where a Dremel can only do 35.
That's a bit more. Okay.
The tip on it is closer to a pencil, so you can draw like a regular, like you're actually drawing on paper.
Oh, okay, that is cool. That also explains a lot of, since your work is just super. Man, yes. It's just fluid, pristine. Everything is pristine in there.
Well, there's a few things that goes into it. Like I have about 300 different diamond bits, and I shop around the entire world looking for different bits for different techniques. Okay. I'm pretty much self-taught.
Self-taught is pretty much the best you can do, but sometimes nowadays it's hard to get a real job out of it. But it's more of a hobby for you, right?
Well, it's technically right now, yes, but we do have a full business. It is a business. We have a business name. We have a business checking account, and we do take credit card orders.
Okay.
So it's a hobby / part-time.
Cool.
We only do 4 glass events or 4 craft shows a year, and it's in the fall season.
Okay.
The rest is custom work all year round.
Crazy. You got any up-to-date work you can show, or you want to show or something?
Yeah, I got a couple things here. Like I'm working on, and I've showed you a couple times. I'm working. If you see it, I'm not sure of the camera, but I'm working on Thor right now, which is
Yeah. It shows pretty good. It shows pretty good.
So I got the whole helmet I'm working on.
Crazy.
So I'm working on him. This is not for a customer. This is for the shows in the fall.
Okay, cool.
So when we set up a giant display, we sell the stuff there.
Okay.
So
the different bits that you said are pretty much also to do different kinds of shading, like similar to cartoon drawings where you or comic drawings where you do different kinds of shading, and also different deeper shadings, more, I don't know, more black and more a little bit more gray, depending on where the light would go on the drawing. That's also where the bits come in where you do different shadings, right?
Yeah, well, on glass, I had to learn, and I learned my biggest influence from somebody online that I got to see work doing glass is a lady from the UK. Her name's Leslie Pike.
Okay.
Probably one of the best glass people that I know, that I've seen and visited her site.
Okay. So we got a first question, Carl. We didn't quite tackle it. That's quite true. Where are you from?
I am from Rhode Island, Mass. I mean, I apologize, Johnston, Rhode Island.
Okay.
Technically I'm from Mass. I moved to Rhode Island 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Mass, you mean Massachusetts?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're all over the place with the internet, so I think I thought maybe, I don't know, where we actually live is somewhere, I don't know, not really.
Well, you and I talk so much we forget.
Yeah, that's it. That happens. But anyway, pretty cool that you do. So that those are workshops that you do in fall, essentially.
Well, they're actually called craft shows, and they're for artisans, where people who hand make everything.
Okay.
In other words, you can't go to a store and buy something. You actually have to do the artwork by hand.
Okay.
Like painters, sculptors, engravers. They want people that can make it. It's one of a kind stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's pretty much what I do. I still got something going, but I currently don't have pretty much the motivation for it. I tried myself on a Atari portfolio in 1:6 scale.
Okay. Yes.
So I need to finish that. A little bit of the adapter just fell down. Like also adapter with actual plug and stuff, and it closes down. Doing the hinge, it closes down. It's crazy. It's you do it whatever you can do. I used it with what was it? With styrene. I did it with styrene.
Yeah, that sounds like some of the models that I do.
So because I got the third party 1/6 John Connor, and it's got good accessories, but the portfolio was missing. So I want to do that, but it's rough work. So I got respect for everybody that's self-taught and doing all the thing, and you doing craft shows and pretty much highlighting what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Perfect. Respect.
Well, the point of the business was to taking what the art that I love doing and turning it into a retirement business.
Very cool.
Because we already know how getting older, you don't want to have to kill yourself. Like I said, I'm turning 50, and by the time I retire, I'll be 62, 63.
Yeah.
I've already made plans with my wife that we're going to be buying an RV, a big one, and just travel the country.
Nice RV retirement tour.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we don't have to worry about our house. It's paid for.
Yeah.
So buying an RV is just like getting a small mini mortgage, nothing crazy. Yeah. But allows us to travel the entire country.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can maybe rent out the house or something like that, or you just close it up. Whatever you.
I would just close it up. That's it. And that way we can actually still do my artwork on the road because it's portable.
That's cool. And we can put up a little table, fold-out table, and sell pretty much everywhere you are.
Different events from across the country.
Different events, and if it's not too big of a work, you can even do little commissions on the spot pretty much.
Which I have done. Mostly what I do on the spot is dates, names. Somebody wants to have something a little bit more personalized.
I mean, maybe even the work piece from you, the glass you sent over there, and that person can actually meet up and have it signed by you, on top of you actually signing it. You told me that you sign every piece already, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Every piece gets signed, no matter, regardless if it's custom or not custom. I sign every piece.
Okay. Very, very cool. We get into that some more, but I already jumped the shark on one thing where we know each other from. Like you started following me one way or another, like on Instagram, and now we're talking over Facebook. It's just a little bit more, I don't know, it's a little bit more convenient. Let's call it convenient at Instagram, because you can always turn the smartphone sideways. With Instagram, you always have to with a small keyboard. It's horrible. So okay. Anyway, what I wanted to ask you, because currently our main topic is really your gravings. You know why we won't delve into that, but we will do that soon. But of course you're a collector too.
Yes.
So what are you collecting? Like a few lines you actually collect.
Dragon Ball Z type series.
Okay.
The Thunderbirds from the UK.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I try to find the old stuff. I try to find the originals.
Very cool.
Obviously Transformers. I've been collecting Transformers since '83.
Oh, 83. I was 2 years old.
I'm the first generation when they came out.
Dude, me too. I grew up with that. Like I saw it on RTL Plus and RTV back then. I saw Transformers the movie and the old series also. So I'm also first generation, but you were a little bit ahead of that.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. I mean, like I said, I got a ton around here. I've shown you a few. Some of the stores that close out that you can't get stuff like Triptychon, or you got Unicron. The Toys R Us had their own specials.
So the Platinum Edition?
No, unfortunately. Hold on 1 second. I'll grab it. It's not. Yeah, it's not Platinum Edition though.
I believe it's the one they did the Platinum Edition later on of.
Yeah. The Toys R Us edition.
That's a Cybertron. That's actually Primus.
So Cybertron. I apologize, not Unicron. Cybertron. Sorry. But the thing is, Toys R Us was closing.
Okay.
And they had these on sale. These were going 150 a piece.
Okay.
And I grabbed them for 75.
Oh wow! Talk about a discount.
So I grabbed a couple of them just in case.
Hey, I mean, you can still repaint someone or something.
Well, the idea I'm looking at is I have a 5-year-old granddaughter, and I'm getting her into collecting right now.
Preparing the next generation, so to speak.
Exactly. And she sees me when I build models, or all the collections that I have are on my desk, and my office desk is in the house. So she wants to play with them. So I buy her the kids style Transformers.
Sounds good.
Like the rescue bots.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not into those, but it's cool to see that they're doing stuff for the other generation. So yeah, they can go from smaller stuff up to the stuff that's more for adults, for collectors like Siege or Earthrise.
Well, that's it. And the thing is, the collection that I have now, I'm probably somewhere around 2,000 or 3,000 pieces.
Damn.
I'm probably eventually she's gonna inherit every bit of it.
I mean, that's a lot of pieces. All in detolfs or in shelves that you, find on garage sales or something?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Yard sales, garage sales, flea markets.
Yeah. I mean, we have so much stuff here. So like from households that get put out, and also flea markets, garage sales. What you said. There are so many shelves also from shops and everything. Huge things. Like my buddy Dan from Sandal Bay Reviews has one. I don't know. Like it's a huge shelf. I don't know how to put it. It's actually angled. The back is all flat. Then it goes 90 degrees to the front for a bit, and then it goes 45 degrees to the front, and then it has 2 doors. So it's a huge piece. You can put so much in there. Yes. Autobots on one level, Decepticons on the other level. He's more like in the vicinity of what you will have in Transformers than what I have. I have a little bit more of selective stuff, a few stock collectibles here, a bit of Hot Toys there, Hot Toys back, and a few Transformers back there. I'm not in the vicinity of 2,000 or 3,000, but I got at least I got my collection room. I got a little bit of a lounge here where I can kick back and do my YouTube stuff. So, but you got a collection room, right?
The what?
A collection room, or is that pretty much a
No,
collection room?
well, no. Unfortunately, right now it's just my garage. It's
hey,
but the
wait.
garage has to get remodeled, and hopefully this summer I'll get most of it remodeled to where it's cleaner.
Okay. Hey, but I mean that's cool. You combined your hobby pretty much with the glass engravings and everything with your collection, so you can work where you also collect. I think that's dope. That's pretty much what I do too. Like also
Yeah.
when I do custom stuff, that's also where I do it here. It's way smaller. I mean, honestly, due to stuff with my neighbors here, I actually think about getting a house one way down the line. But
Well,
getting your own ground in Germany is crazy expensive. I don't know how you Americans can do that.
well, like I said, we lucked out. You know, my wife and I lucked out from having my in-laws having us move in.
Okay,
so
cool.
we could take care of them. So the house is ours. So
That's
we didn't have to buy the house. They pay, you know, it's already been paid. We helped them pay it off.
That's
you know,
good.
so that's a lot easier here.
That's very good. But speaking about paying off is something also that goes into collecting. Sometimes you have something you want, but it's, I don't know, it's old. The aftermarket is crazy, or sometimes you luck out. But any way, shape, or form, is there a grail, an absolute grail of a figure that you would like to have or that you have? If you don't have it, what would it be? And does it exist, or would you wish for it to exist?
Yeah, I say the probably at the moment I haven't got it yet, but it's going to be the giant Metroplex, the one I was showing you one time.
The genera. Okay. You mean the big shelf one?
Yes.
Custom.
Yeah, it's like $500.
Damn. I mean, that's a good piece. You have a transformer and you have a big shelving unit.
Yeah. So that's one I'd love to have, but I'll get that as soon as I have more room in here and cleaner. So, you know, it doesn't get ruined.
But you want to buy it off the dude, or you want to build it yourself? You build it yourself.
I'd like to get the parts and build it myself.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's something on Etsy around. Like I was also thinking now with all the hype around Doom Eternal on all the gaming systems, you know, I was actually thinking, having myself a actual full-size crucible, like a huge sword with an energy blade.
Yeah.
And Etsy has a few up there. Like there are, I don't know, one was a set for all the pieces, and you can do it yourself with plexiglass and everything, like acrylic glass. For the set, I believe was around 100, and completed full was 250. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good, but where to put it, and do you really need it? So that's all. But a full scale is pretty cool. But for an existing figure, do you have an existing figure that's something of a grail that you would love to have, but you have your eyes set upon?
That's a tough one. Because I grew up with so many of the classic '80s anime. Yeah, that's a tough one. I would say I think my favorite always will be Star Blazers.
Oh, okay.
I've seen so many custom Yamatos made.
I believe wasn't Star Blazers also that video game Cybernator on SNES?
I have no idea because I never played SNES. I've always played there was a huge gap in the gaming world when I was growing up. So I went from Atari to Coleco, then Television. Then I kind of got out of it for a little bit because it was where my age group was, because high school and so on. Then I didn't get back into gaming until the Xbox 360.
Oh, okay, that's a gap.
Yeah. So the SNE I never got into. So if there was any games in there, I have no idea. I mean, I can show you I built a Yamato already. I think I sent you a couple pictures.
That's it. That is Star Blazers, right? That was renamed over here as Star Blazers, and it was Space Battleship Yamato. What I mean with Cybernator was the Western Hemisphere name for it, but the original name is Assault Suit Falcon. Yeah, see,
that one I do not know.
So that's Battle Max and stuff. It's a super cool game. Like you play a mech on the screen. You play a mech, and like what you see on the screen, it's maybe, I don't know, maybe 5-6 inches big. It's not much, but when you walk over the screen in that big old battle mech, you see all these tiny humans run down there, and you can actually shoot those.
Jeez.
Super fun, super fun. But right, that was your motto. Yeah, I saw your work on that. That weathering looks beautiful.
Thanks. That's all airbrushed. No hand paint at all.
Airbrush is super dope. Like I love brushing, and then dry brushing, getting details just in fine in there. I love that stuff on my Storm Collectibles display and everything. But airbrush is where the true money is at. That's cool.
The one thing the grail I'm looking for is going to be right now. I have the 1 in 700. I believe it's 1 in 700. The one I'm looking for is I believe that it's like 1 in 400. It's like $1,000 model.
Of the Amato?
Yeah. It's literally like 3 feet long.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's all you build it yourself. It's all digital. You got all LEDs.
Oh, cool.
Like guns, everything. So it's one of those things. Do I pull the trigger on $1,000 model now or wait?
I mean, I would, if I would be in your place, like what you said, that your house is pretty much built for, and you got a little bit of a secondary income with your glass engravings, I would pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It'd probably be the end of the summer.
Yeah, I want to do that too. Like I want to get into all the combiners. Have you heard of Zeta Toys? I know you are pretty deep in there, but you don't know all the third-party names. Have you heard of the Zeta Toys combiners?
Yes, I'm actually looking at the aerial bots from Zeta.
Me too. I want to have that next, the Superitron. Like I only had Silverbolt and I had Skydive as a kid, the G1. Yep. With those sad combiner pieces, but I never got the rest. So actually having my first Zeta combiner, having the aerial bots, that would go full circle there.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of I think it's one of the pieces I'm looking to buy. That's going to be from a reputable company that it's got a lot of quality put into it.
Yeah, very much so. Like I saw reviews left and right, like on Bobby Skullface's channel. This thing is sturdy, same as the Bruticon. I wanted to pick it up when Dan and me were over in the Netherlands at TF Robots, but unfortunately he was out there. But the owner, Kevin Lamb, said to me that it's returning this month, so I will probably pick it up soon. But I got my Voltron, so
yes.
Also, funny story. Since you said Thunderbirds, that was a cool callback. I love Thunderbirds as a kid, and when Dan and me were staying at the hotel, and he was looking at all the little vehicles that form the Voltron, he was saying that looks totally like Thunderbirds.
That's the first thing that actually got me into anime.
Really? Voltron or Thunderbirds?
Thunderbirds.
Okay.
We're talking from the 70s. I think I was 6 years old when I first saw it on TV.
Thunderbirds was crazy. I love that. I like the later episodes were weird, but with all the puppetry and the sets and all the vehicles, Thunderbirds was crazy good.
Exactly. It may have been a little creepy when you get older. The puppetry.
Yeah, the puppetry. Everybody's like dancing and moving. That's just super weird. That's exactly it. But I mean, it's classic. I mean, people. Some friends of mine from the internet are now watching old stuff, like a guy from Scotland. He was watching Masters of the Universe, and he said, "Oh man, Masters of the Universe aged so bad. It's so cringy." And I actually have the whole box here, the commemorative box with the Castle Grayskull as a relief on top of it. I think it aged quite well. Like the animations, they still work. I don't get the hate. It wasn't quite hating, but for lack of a better term, I think it looks good still.
I think what happened was when Masters of the Universe came out, it was about the same time I think G.I. Joe came out.
Mm-hmm.
And the animation was okay. It was kind of flat scaled. At least in the United States, it was kind of flat.
Yeah, because it was so much of pally swapping. They reused so many cells.
And the problem, I think it's fun to watch, to go back and watch some of it. But the thing is, the storylines are so bad. I think it's just, you have to kind of grow up with it to appreciate it.
Yeah, you get the love stuck in the back of your head, and then you rewatch it and you think, okay, now you actually see that it was done to sell the toys. Like there's so little continuity in there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you got kids today who are watching Hero Academia, which is great graphics, great storyline.
I don't know that. I only saw that while swiping through Netflix, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most intense animes that's come out in a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's really, really well written. Every single character is getting purely written perfect. I mean, the 5th season, they just ended the 4th season and they're going into the 5th season already, which we probably won't see for another year.
Okay, maybe I check that out. I mean, now I have time to binge, but
I would definitely binge Hero Academia. Reason why I say that is because the characters pull you in.
Okay.
It seems like a childlike cartoon at first, but it's not. It's you have to give the first season a chance to develop the character.
That's a big problem I got with a lot of animes like Yu-Gi-Oh and One Piece and stuff like that. It's just poorly drawn. There's just
the fighting scenes are extremely well done.
Like that is also why I love Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. Like Dragon Ball Z was like, okay, 5 episodes until they really fight, like standing off and talking shit and thinking about stuff. Like, what do I do first? If I do this first, does he counter that? I start this one. No, I'm gonna pull my punch. And then it's the 5th episode and then they start fighting. Jesus. But on Dragon Ball Super, they leveled it out a little bit more. So they get to it a little bit quicker. So you saying that the fight choreographies are good, that got me thinking a little bit. Maybe I
would definitely, especially season 4, they really went ballistic on the intensity.
Okay, ballistic
so
sounds
they're, as these kids are developing, it's just about the school, a bunch of kids learning to be heroes and how to help society. And they admire the heroes that are already there taking care of society against villains.
Interesting.
But you have to have a license in order to fight. Everybody in the universe, everybody in the world has a quirk. In other words, can you fly? Are you an animal? Everybody transforms into something.
Okay.
And those who don't have a quirk are considered lesser than everybody else.
Oh, cool. Two class society. Like the first.
Technically 4 class.
Okay.
You have the ultimate heroes who are licensed, who can fight. You have wannabe heroes who can't stand the actual heroes and they think the hero should mean something else.
Okay.
Then you got villains in between, where the guy who wants to be thinks heroes should be something and he's not one.
Okay.
Can't stand either side of them.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's really, you got 4 or 5 parties going on at one time in this anime. Yeah, all at one time.
Okay, I think I'm gonna check that out. You won me over a little bit. At least checking it out. At least for checking it out, you won me over.
And the thing I like about this one here, you don't have annoying voices. You don't have, like, I like Black Clover that came out, but you have one voice in there, the main character, who doesn't know how, they don't have him stop screaming. So it becomes annoying.
I guess so.
Even though the animation is really cool, the character itself turns you off.
Okay, that's bad.
And you have to, I stayed with it because I was curious every single time it came on. I was more curious where the character's going.
Okay.
So I kind of had to drown out the noise from him. And you kind of have to. Which ended up being a better anime than people gave credit for. But I can see why the voice would just take people away. Because they don't know how to bring it down. They just overkill it.
Yeah, that's also happened with a not with voice or something, but with something else. Like the only real anime I ever watched was Neon Genesis Evangelion. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's on Netflix now.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only one I ever watched, and people were pretty much bummed out with the end because the end is it's not really getting stale, but it's getting, I don't know, it's kind of getting all knotted up, all entangled with its own set of ideas and how to close off and also end up those ideas. You know what I mean?
Well, they don't know how to end it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like the idea was, the main idea was the human instrumentality project, like where everybody should go back to the very basic of things. Every human being should actually be kind of deleted, like their body getting deleted, and they all dissolve into that primordial soup. And in the series, it ends only with a dialogue / monologue internally inside the main character, Shinji Ikari. And the only way you can actually, I don't know, kind of combine and see what went on inside of the character and outside of the characters is if you combine the 25th and 26th episode of the series and the movie End of Evangelion, because that showed what went on the outside. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if you watch the one or the other, you are lost. And so the series on the last episodes lost a lot of fans because the rest of the series was full of action and character development, and it went a certain course, but episode 25 and 36 broke with it all. And then Hideaki Anno did the new 25th and 26th, the movie called End of Evangelion, and explained everything and gave everything the view of the world during the human instrumentality project that he was actually thinking about, but where the budget was cut off. So if you want to know what's going on, you need to watch both. But a lot of fans were, like I said, lost, so they also lost the patience to actually view it. So that's the same problem, but with something else. When you lose stuff and you lose the interest for stuff due to a certain aspect.
Well, some of my motivation for some of my engravings lately for a couple other animes, which were a little darker, was like the Goblin Slayer.
Oh, okay, I heard about that one, but only heard really.
Yeah, extremely dark. It's well written, but it's you have a character who's just angry, and he's just blood killing angry.
That sounds.
And he's technically a good guy.
Okay.
It's just that he comes from a life of what happened to him by the goblins, his sister, his parents, and it just led this angry entire life of him just wanting to murder every single goblin he sees.
Okay.
He just wants to wipe them out completely. And people, they call him the Goblin Slayer. You know,
Makes
everybody
sense.
knows him as that.
Makes sense.
And he's one of those guys that just goes off the rails, even if he endangers himself, endangers his party, he usually fights alone. He doesn't want anybody with him because he doesn't have that much train of thought of being a group member.
Makes sense.
But when a party finally friends him, they find out the hard way. You either have to adapt to him, or you walk away.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
And that's where I get this one here. I don't know how this one's going to show up.
A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I can roughly. Okay. Now I see. Yeah, man. The detail in there is crazy.
So,
like also that kind of reflection, blinking star in red on there on the blade. That looks super dope.
That's my own little creation. I actually found a paint from Japan.
Okay.
That I use that allows me to bond the paint color to glass and make it permanent.
Cool. So you can
treatment, no nothing.
So you can put it in a dishwasher and it stays, no problem.
Well, dishwashers you can't put any engraved glass you can't put in a dishwasher at all.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Because you kill the dexterity.
Ah.
And the oscillation from the dishwasher will crack anything.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But
you can hand wash and use it every day. You can throw it in the freezer. You can throw it in the microwave. It's not going to hurt a single thing on it.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I always soak glasses either way because I drink chocolate milk and I drink sodas and stuff and usually I have a smaller dishwasher, not a full scale one, just a small one. We call it it's called a table dishwasher because it actually fits only on top of a table.
Gotcha.
But I found a compartment for it, so but I still soak stuff. So I will, if I should get something from you, I will soak it. Good to know. But a little bit further into the program.
Yes.
I mean, this is a big talent of you. You self-taught that, so we got a lot out of that. But is there another, maybe a weird talent that you can't do anything with? But you got it, and you don't know that anybody else can do that. Like, for example, I have a weird talent. Like, when I listen to music, and also if I listen to music in my head, I have a kind of an earworm, and I'm listening to it. I kind of do beat according to it with my tongue inside my mouth. This is super weird, but I can actually match the beat of a lot of fast beats, but I can't do shit with that. So you got something like that?
I mean, technically, the only weird habit I have is annoying my wife. But but outside of that, the only thing I'd say is I'm tone deaf. I'm partially deaf in my right ear.
Okay.
And I'm tone deaf, fully tone deaf in my left ear.
Okay.
So I talk louder and I can annoy people with it. The thing is, I'm not into music. I very rarely ever listen to music at all. But
Oh, really?
yeah, I grew up with it. I grew up with heavy metal. I grew up the entire generations from the hair bands all the way from Judas Priest, Black, Panther, all of them. I grew up with weird bands you've never even heard of.
Okay.
But it's just that over time between construction and stuff, you lose your hearing.
Makes sense, yeah.
So a lot of music today actually gives me headaches.
Oh.
So I'm very particular about what I listen to.
Okay, I wouldn't call that. I wouldn't call that.
Well, here's the weird part.
Okay.
I can't hear words in the music, but I can pick out riffs from every band, and I can tell you what riff sounds almost similar to another band.
Okay, that is cool.
So you could have a rap version, and if I hear one little riff in that rap version, like they sample music, I can tell you what band it came from.
Okay, that is cool. But pretty much a talent born out of experience, if you will.
Pretty much, yeah. It's I can't hear the words, but I can pick up on the rhythm.
Cool. That is cool. I mean that kind of worked out of a, I don't know. Let's call it an illness. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like that's also the problem with having, I don't know, losing your hearing due to work. Like, of course, you older guys, when you are working in constructions, you never put in, I don't know, some kind of hearing
protection.
Not
back then, no.
No, there wasn't. It was also not really taught back then. You wouldn't get tutored in that, like saying, okay, you need to wear this. Nowadays, everybody knows better, and you say, okay, cool, now there goes my hearing.
Yeah, it's already too late, so we just say screw it.
but you made the best of it. You sure made the best of it. But another question from collecting: are you an inbox or an outbox collector? If so, why?
Both.
Or whatever. Both. Depends.
Both. There are certain pieces that I will not take out of the box at all.
Okay, like?
I have an Optimus Prime one that came out. It's underneath my table here, still in a box. It came from Takara. It was such a nice piece. I just don't want to take it out of the box right now until I have a place for it.
Okay, which one is it? The masterpiece or what?
Was that?
The masterpiece or what?
I think so. Good question. I forget. I've had it down here for like a year.
Do show.
Let me see if I can find it. What might not seem popular to many people, it's like, to me, it means something.
I mean, if you want a real good place for it makes sense. Okay. That's I believe it's that last night Premier Edition or something like that.
It's the Caliber Optimus Prime.
Okay.
But it was from Takara, and like I said, it may not seem like a lot to a lot of other people, but to me, it's a nice piece.
Yeah.
And I want it to be, if I'm going to take it out of the box, it's going to be on a shelf.
Yeah.
In a glass cabinet, so it doesn't get all full of crap.
I mean, hey, that's always what I say. You know, I don't have much love for the Bayverse. I mean, it took the Transformers back. I don't know, back into the viewpoint of a lot of people, because it was a little bit stale, and the Bayverse formers sure would be put back on the palette. So I get that. And if you like it, you win. That's all that matters.
And another edition is what my wife got me. It was a very rare edition that we don't see around here.
Okay.
Was the Junkions.
Ah, cool. Ah, very nice set.
So we don't see this here often. So it's like one of those things where, being a package deal, I'm not taking it out of the box right now.
Yeah, I get you. Like, I'm happy with my details. I believe, yeah, everything that I have is out of the box, actually.
Yep. I would say the majority. I would say 90% of what I have is out of the box.
Very cool.
And only a select few pieces that I would keep in the box until I find a place for it.
Cool. That's super cool. But also from collecting, since we're currently talking about shelves.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite shelf?
No, not really. I just got things all over the place right now. I wish I had a favorite shelf, but I don't. If I do, it's probably in my office in the house.
Okay.
I have a couple of Optimus Primes. I have a couple of different ones that I enjoy. I like I like how they were built.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of have those on my desk and they stay there. And that's about it. There's probably maybe 3 pieces on my desk.
That's hey, whatever. I think that's cool. I also got stuff everywhere. Like I said, I got Storm collectibles there, I got Robocop there, I got Transformers there, stuff back there. I like everything pretty much the same way, but the Storm collectibles is probably that notch higher than everything else because I did that diorama and
Yes.
the steps for the throne. Just so much work.
I think when I get my area cleaned up more and I get the garage cleaned out this summer, I'll be able to build a nice area where I can actually show everything.
Sounds good.
And I guess I'll organize them better.
Sounds very good. But okay, let me see. Okay, that's actually, I believe that's my favorite question because there's always interesting answers coming out. I don't know how deep you are in there, but maybe you heard that too. There's always some bullshit going around in the communities. You know, you have a comment section and people are saying, no, this is bullshit. Like it's an instance. This is actually bullshit. It's not their opinion, but it is bullshit. And they are somewhat argumenting like they talk people out of it. And I don't know, curse at people for stuff they're collecting. I mean, for myself, I found more hentai and more female-like robots with squishy boobies and everything. I think that's super stupid, but that's my opinion. I would never collect that. But if people like that,
yep,
they win. It's their point, you know. But I would never say that's bullshit. You are sick. You do that. I would never do that. So just for that example, if you could tell people something, and you would have more power to actually stop some kind of that community bullshit, what would it be that you would tell people?
Oh God, I'm usually the one telling people to get off my back. Just enjoy what you collect. I mean, don't let anybody tell you what you should collect. I mean, you and we have different opinions. We go back and forth about certain brand names.
That's true.
You found out I like to collect. I collect based on mechanisms.
Yeah.
How well can it transform? How intricate can it be?
Exactly.
I like military versions, fire engines. So I'll collect probably, even if it's a cheap version, I'll probably collect the cheap fire engine and make a stack of them to the best one.
Okay.
You know, it's not that I won't go out and buy anything I see. I leave so much on the shelf, it's not even funny. But it's like, you just got to collect what you feel is right for you. I mean, you don't anybody tell you what you should collect.
That's it. That's pretty much handing it. Yeah,
it's that simple. I mean, I found one day, I thought it was pretty cool. We were at the Chinese market in Boston, over in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah. And
we were with some friends, and most of my friends are Cambodian. So they understand a lot of the writing going on and a lot of the Asian writing. So
okay.
We came across a DVD set. And yes, we're going back to DVDs, not streaming. They actually came with anime characters, but you couldn't tell what you're going to get. But they were from movies you've never heard of.
Okay.
And I thought that was the coolest, so I bought 10 that day. I mean, you couldn't beat the price. Yeah, they were like $10 to $12 a DVD.
Okay.
And they had a character inside. So you didn't know what you would get. I only opened up one. I haven't even opened up the other 9 yet. You know, it's like, because I don't have anywhere to put them.
Hey, whatever.
But they were the coolest. One of them was a female, but it was the coolest thing because it was the female from that anime.
Okay.
From that DVD set. But you actually had to assemble it. That's
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, what you said, that's actually a good point. That's also a conversation I had with Dan when we were in the Netherlands in the hotel staying. Like he has no connection whatsoever with Voltron, and he doesn't like it by design, you know. But what he loves and what he respects about the Lion Voltron and the Die Rugger Voltron is that those are multiple pieces that connect and make a super sturdy robot.
Yeah.
Like especially the rugger, you have 15 vehicles, and they put the engineering in there that they are their own vehicles. You can put them in those rugger teams, in that Kai rugger and that Zhu rugger. I forgot the third one, and you can put all those 15 into a stable robot. He loves that engineering. And that's also what I mean with that question. You know, just when you say, okay, it's not for me, but the engineering is super cool. You know, just respectful to everybody and to what they're collecting. Like even if it's the weirdest shit, like I don't know, those toy wolf thingies. You know, that robots that turn into a pissoir or a toilet or something.
Oh yes.
That's also crazy, but it's hilarious and they look good.
Well, actually, I thought the toilet one was a riot.
It's super cool.
And then you had the one that went around that was was Jesus on the cross.
The Jesus on the cross was from Jizai Toys, and it actually never got made. It actually never got. But Jizai Toys has a lot of interesting concepts that never got made. But that's also a very interesting point. That is probably my most liked post on Instagram. Solely to the point that I have hashtag Jesus in there. I think I got 10,000 likes on that post alone. Only because it's Jesus. And the thing is, I'm not even religious.
No, you don't have to be, but it's in that cheesy section.
Yeah, exactly.
you might want to have just one section where it's just, this is my weird stuff.
Yeah. That's also what I got. I got one shelf now. I got MP10 Optimus Prime. I got Archfire because the Transform Element third party Prime that replaced my MP10. I have a shelf now with stuff. That is my cool bot shelf. This is a random cool bot shelf. I have Masterpiece Artfire in there. I have zero connection to Artfire, to the character, but the Inferno mode is sick, and that paint job, that white and red with all the Diaclone tempographs on there, it's a beautiful bot. So I pulled the trigger on that, and I didn't regret that.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. I mean, I've gotten a couple in. I've got my wife into the point where she'll go online shopping for my birthday or Christmas because I'll send her a list, and I have no idea what it is, but she'll pick from that list. But
cool.
she'll pick what she thinks is cool.
But the thing is, it's a list from your taste, so
yes.
you especially
I can't go wrong.
You essentially will like it.
Yeah. So that's I like this, but I like to see what she thinks is cool. What I give her a list, let her pick, because she'll base it on what she thinks is cool. So it's great to see how she looks at it.
That's how it should be. You get yourself lists and you listen to your guy or to your wife or whatever, and you comprise a list with whatever you hear. You can't go wrong. That's how it should be. Or and if you don't know what to give to him or her, then you do money and he buys it himself, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I consider myself lucky with the woman I'm with. I consider myself very lucky with Karen because she lets me do all my hobbies.
Yeah.
She does not say that's childish. She does not say that's for when you were 5 years old or you're not a teenager anymore. She understands that this allows me to have fun to myself, keeps me level-headed, allows me to have my own little zone, do my thing. And if I'm home, I'm not at the bar drinking, I'm not at a strip club, what does she care?
That's the thing. Other people do drugs with that stuff. I mean, other people do alcohol every weekend, Friday and Saturday. And that by the truest meaning of the word goes down into the gutter. That money is gone. Yeah. That stuff is not gone. Even if you would need to get rid of this, you would actually get money for this. It's not what it comes down to. But
let me show you one anime figure my wife found it on a store. She found it at one of the yard sale stores. It's called Savers.
Okay.
People bring their stuff in for donations.
Okay.
And they put on the shelf. She found a couple things and she brought them home because she's always looking for. She always keeps her eye out for any little out of the blue things. I think he's around the corner. You have to go look for him. Oh, there he is, sleeping. I apologize. Got to keep an eye on my dog. I have no idea who she's even from, but I thought it was pretty cool that she was even looking for it.
Okay, I don't know that either. I don't know that one either.
No, not a clue. But you know something? It's not even the point if I even know where it's from. It's the point that she's thinking of me.
Exactly that.
she sees an anime, regardless if she knows where it's from, she's like, I think that's pretty cool. I'll bring it home.
Yeah, maybe Carl likes it. I just get it to him.
Yeah, add to my collection. I mean, how many men can say that?
Dude, I tell you, not many. I'm still looking for that one, and I believe in my town it's pretty much pretty fucking impossible to find a woman like that. But you never know. You live and you learn, and maybe by chance something will happen.
That's all. That's it. I mean, like I said, nothing's perfect, but you know something. I'm just glad that she lets me do my thing.
That's the best you can have. That's actually. I mean, the thing is, that comes down to she doesn't like it, but essentially the woman you're with has to accept it because it's part of you. If she doesn't accept it, that's who you are, it's pretty much not for the future. You can pretty much say it like that.
Yeah, and now I got her collecting. I got her into collecting.
No way. What does she collect?
She collects Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, cool.
She likes the really good figurines. She doesn't buy the cheap stuff. She looks for the real good figurines. And she loves getting the actual dragons. She looks for different dragons from Game of Thrones.
Ah, okay, the McFarlane ones?
Yeah, so she looks for like the more realistic, the better.
Those are pretty cool. I saw those, I believe, actually here in my town. There's a store here that has that. But I believe with the COVID crisis and everything, with the pandemic, I believe that store might actually be closing down because pretty much everything in my town that's for pastime, for hobby, for anything, that's pretty much closed down currently. But I saw those there. They actually come with a base with grass and everything, with a fly stand, and you can have those rings out and everything, right?
Exactly. She's got 3 of them.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. They're actually pretty good. But dude, last one. Yes. And that is solely for you. If you would like to say anything, you can have a few minutes for yourself to plug yourself and maybe advertise yourself. What are you doing and where people can find you? And then we're out of here.
Oh, okay. I would say is if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can find me under Glassifaction, and you can follow the name that you put on the Instagram. And if you like custom work, just private message me.
That sounds good.
I would say is I can go back and forth. Depending on what country you're from, I have to look into the shipping. So it's not that simple as people think because it can get very expensive shipping overseas. But if there's anybody here who might be in the local United States area, we ship the entire country.
Sounds good.
So it takes 3 weeks to order, to 3 weeks to get it. From the time I do it to the time I finish it. But I also give you progression. I send pictures as I'm going along so you're comfortable knowing that the work's getting done. Because everything being custom made, you have to ask for the money up front. True. So the customer has to feel comfortable and you have to be reliable.
100%.
There's really not much I can't do, but it does matter about what you want it on. Like some portraits won't look good on round glass.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you want, I can do anywhere between portraits, the city scenes, your favorite car, bikes, animals, your favorite pets. I do a lot of memorials. Cool. If you have any family who's been in the war, doesn't matter where they're from or whatever the war is. If you want something that's iconic to that family member, I can come up with something.
That sounds amazing.
So if you're looking for something very unique that it's never duplicated, I'm the guy you want to talk to because I guarantee 100% satisfaction on everything.
I think that closes it out very, very well.
I appreciate everything there, Tim.
I appreciate you too, man. I had a great time. Glad you were on here. And I will say, I think we see each other soon on Facebook, on Instagram. And for today, I hope you enjoyed. Give Carl a follow on Instagram and on Facebook. You heard the name, @Glassifaction. And he can do pretty much anything that you want. You heard all the details. And I will see you during the week. I'm back now. See you on Tuesday, also on Voice of Chaos and the next review. And until then, I can only tell you, have a nice evening. See you soon.
Carl, have a nice everybody. Evening. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.